Welcome, Capricorn. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Virgo reading. The new moon's on September the 2nd. And this is a general reading, so it isn't going to connect for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, please check out the description box below where there's information on the offerings. And I am grateful to be here. The new moon in Virgo is going to be highlighting your perspective, your intention setting, your mindset. So let's get started with your overall energy for this new moon in Virgo. The Three of Swords is describing some real deep work that you're doing relating to some behaviors, some experience that has been disappointing, perhaps failed. This can be a relationship, this can be a professional effort, this can be a frustrating elevation in a program or advancement of a project or a program, an organization that you work within. This can be a disappointing family structure that feels repetitive, that is frustrating because of the imbalance that you recognize. Because of the frustration you've experienced, the suffering you've had, you've actually taken on the responsibility of understanding the role that you have played in this repeating pattern of behavior. You're looking more honestly at how you contributed to the disappointment or failure you've experienced. And as a result of this, you are deeply understanding and coming to a place of gratitude around the necessity for challenges that you once believed were difficult for you. I'm sorry, my neighbor has a new baby and I got distracted by seeing them put their baby in a stroller to take a walk. Anyway, there is a sense here that you are rebirthing, you're coming out of a deeper understanding of this pattern. And as a result of that, you are becoming grateful for the challenges you've experienced because they've helped you understand that not only are you deserving of love, but that you are appreciative of the opportunity to learn more about what you would like, what you can expect in terms of reciprocity in relationship, that those are the relationships that are healthy for you. The 10th house, the seven of cups is in the house of your social identity, the way others see you, and this was consistent for the other mutable sign, Sagittarius. This is a place where, because of your achievement, you actually have a lot of options that you recognize. You have made many connections in the world through the variety of activities you've undertaken. However, there's a sense here that all of these options are not necessarily advancing your ultimate goal, your intended success, and that in fact many of these options are more like distractions, more of invitations of people clamoring to include you in something that may or may not be of benefit to you in the way that you would benefit this project or this invitation, this opportunity. So you are feeling your way through these options, understanding that many of them are a projection from your past, and that you actually find greater value in your destination. In the first house, we have the Death card. And this is about the area that the new moon is highlighting and illuminating for you, so that you are really allowing yourself to drop away the false layers of protection, of security, of accomplishment, the complying with the expectations of others, which has given you a tremendous source of success in many cases, pride, but it has been on the terms of others. There's a part of you that recognizes that you've invested your life in what others believe to be true for you, and that you're now in a position through your awareness to release those expectations, to center yourself as being the number one beneficiary of any experience you have. And that if you are working to fill the needs of others and that's not being reciprocated back to you, then those are not experiences for you. You may have advanced to a place of security or stability where you feel that you can center yourself, where it is safe to do that. And certainly, this is part of the clarity that you are also experiencing, the need for safety, the need for to be in a place to exhibit your vulnerability. This is the source of your creativity, building on the experiences you've had, not just the positive, happy experiences, but the difficult ones, the challenges, the pain that you've worked through have informed what you have to offer and what you express to the world. In the fourth house, the house of your family, your foundation, your domestic experience, the Queen of Swords shows you being open to new ideas, continuing to notice and observe the elements in your life, quite possibly your former relationships, the work that you've been doing to date, taking note of the ways that those experiences conform to a former limiting or restrictive pattern of behavior, a way of giving away yourself with the expectation that that will be returned to you. Instead, you are, in many ways, giving counsel to others who come to you for your achievements, your knowledge base, for your ability to make clear and deliberate judgments, but to your ability to listen is what is being most resonant with those that seek you out. And that's precisely what you are attempting to do in your life. Listen to those who are speaking to you, who are acting around you, to observe ways in which you may be responsible for the lack of attention, the lack of recognition, the lack of support that you desperately feel deserving of. In the seventh house of your significant others, the Seven of Pentacles. This is interesting because work and family, work and home are really reflecting the experience for many of you who do a significant portion, if not all, of your work at home. This can be particularly relevant to those of you that are writers or teachers, where you are writing your lectures. You have to prepare for a class where perhaps a minimal amount of time is spent compared to the amount of work you do in preparing for your presentations, your lectures, or your courses, your lessons. However, there is a plateauing in this experience, and you are scrutinizing the way that you have invested in yourself in the past and the rewards that you have received as a result of that investment. You certainly have achieved a lot. You're certainly on the path for you. However, you want to work smarter rather than harder. You have done enough of the grinding, discipline work to be able to strategize and leverage your knowledge and experience in a new direction. And I do feel that that new direction is pursuing some achievement or accomplishment that is relevant to you, that is significant to you, rather than what others believe is satisfying or appropriate for you. So you are continuing on the path of your achievement, the path of your gifts, and you're opening yourself up to ways in which you can utilize your more creative resources and apply those through your diligent work ethic, your consistent ability to be deliberate, to be patient, to be organized and methodical in your approach to an achievement that has your signature to it, something that is deeply satisfying and justifying for the tremendous effort that you have made to date. If this reading is resonating for you, Virgo, please like this video, share this with others, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It is greatly appreciated. I appreciate all the effort all the support that you give me. And I've fallen on health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. And this is ever focused on your natural gifts and characteristics as a Virgo. Honoring the physical vehicle that propels us through life at all levels is something you may be experiencing a consequence of that. You may have experienced a loss as a result of ill health. You are aware that the consequences of overwork may be showing you the need to attend to your health more diligently. But you are in a place of absolutely understanding at a very basic level how to support, how to cleanse your environment, how to heal up some losses that you've experienced. And from the flora and fauna of Africa, I have pulled the crested porcupine, and the key word is fearlessness. I like that. Face your fears, open up, and be vulnerable. Isolation is not the only way to protect yourself. Proceed with caution and confidence. I love this. You are building something very powerful. Certainly, the Virgos I'm speaking to understand it's not about being perfect. This is about bringing together, organizing the base of knowledge and experience that you have in creating, continuing on your path of achievement. For many of you, your path of destiny. There's another element that you're opening up to in terms of heart healing that is opening up the possibilities of true partnership for you. And this can be relevant to your work as well as your personal life, your family members, as well as the community at large. The death card in the first house is clarified by love in the second house and by the seven of fire in the third house. Your values are absolutely revolving increasingly around this balance that you are identifying within yourself. This balance is what's making it possible for you to release the old beliefs, to no longer comply with the expected path, that you've earned the right to stray off the path that has been laid out for you, to be more inventive, and you've learned to stand up for yourself. This doesn't feel like a new quality to me. It does feel like what is new is the ability to clear out what others expect, what others need, the unreasonable requests for help or support, so that you are clearing the decks to operate from this place of newfound strength, this newfound centering of the heart, in your own aspirations. You are not neglecting the pursuit of your ultimate goals. And this feels like a shaping of the body of your work, substantial work as it is, in order to take it to a level that few have experienced before in terms of your specific expertise. You have something new to bring. You have something, a new story to tell. And you're creating the staging your environment so that you can express that, you can document that, you can record that, you can research that. In the fourth house, the Queen of Swords is clarified by the Empress in the fifth house and the Sixth of Fire in the sixth house. The creative energy is palpable here. And in particular, for those of you that have already achieved something relatively substantial on your own terms. This can be professionally, but you certainly have worked hard in a certain arena and you have moved, you have become almost a part of your own creative process. So that in part is the advisement that others are coming to you for, and you may work in a field where you actually help others to shape their work for presentation, for publication, for some kind of advancement. You are experiencing a lot of success in your work. You are, interestingly, receiving now the kind of recognition, the kind of reward that is more meaningful than the accolades, the better pay. That is the regard of your peers, your colleagues, your collaborators. Your commitment to the team, to the project, to the effort uh, is so exemplary that it lifts the project up in a way that is supported by your colleagues that are admiring your part, the part of your work that is stamping the project or the effort in a way that is very signature to you and is providing you with the preliminary information, data, or practice that you are working to express on your own terms. So there's a synergy that's happening in your workplace for many of you. This can also be in your home, where you are making space to be loved, space to be appreciated, space to be acknowledged. And you're understanding that this is part of how you know that you're on the right path, because of the sense of satisfaction, happiness, integrity that you experience at this level. The seventh house is the Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Sun card in the eighth house and the Nine of Fire in the ninth house. We have a lot of fire here, which I love. This is about you working and consistently working at expressing yourself more and more authentically. This effort to align your practice with your natural gifts and who you are is something you've been working at for a long time. For some of you, you may be teaching, uh, having opportunities to teach in new environments, a field, maybe invitations to different kinds of institutions or venues. More to describe your path of development as much as your base of knowledge. So something feels like this is more about you integrating who you are in the work that you do so that it becomes more and more unique and original to you. And this is giving you the satisfaction that perhaps you haven't felt in your personal life. The sense of deep connection that you're infusing your environment, your partners, with the love, attention, and illumination that is helping them to have a different vision of what's possible. And this can also be a situation if you are a teacher or a presenter or a speaker, someone who documents or does research of this kind of synergy between the work you do, the presentation you make, the information you share, and the way that it is received by a hungry, grateful audience, quite likely of younger people, but anyone. It's limitless. You're choosing, you are aligned with people who are like you, and you're attracting them to your project, perhaps enlisting them in some way to work towards a vision that you hold. The Seven of Cups in the 10th house is clarified by the Chariot in the 11th house and the Four of Fire in the 12th house. A lot of heart, a lot of exuberance, a lot of excitement, a lot of enthusiasm for what it is you're experiencing, what it is you're talking about, what you're sharing, what you're building towards. You're not allowing others to distract you. You're staying on course with your path, knowing that it is your mission, it is right for you, but really embracing your uniqueness in a way that perhaps has not always been possible, feeling lacking somehow, feeling like an outlier, feeling like an oddball, not quite fitting into your club, your association, your professional field in a way, feeling the sense of outsideness that you have cured by realizing that you belong to yourself. And as a result of the effort you've made to sharing your gifts, you belong to the world. So there isn't a sense now coming from this place of lack, of being outside. Instead, you are moving out towards your goal with clarity, with a lot of speed, a lot of energy. And you are recognizing that the partnerships that are being affected through this work is your ability to celebrate what you have accomplished, how much you've grown. Quite possibly you have found a partner with whom you can share your work, but you're being celebrated and celebrating in a community that acknowledges the growth that you've achieved and growth on its own terms. This commitment to lifelong learning and feeling motivated by the love, the satisfaction, the pleasure, the excitement in this growth that you are demonstrating. I'm going to finish up this reading, Virgo, with a yogic path oracle. And I have pulled Dharana. And I will read a little bit about that from the guidebook by Sahara Rose. And Dharana is single focused concentration. It's time to focus your mind on one goal to undergo the transformation that comes from concentration. The birthing process of an idea takes deep commitment to usher it to life. Through single focus commitment, you'll be able to deepen your understanding of your goal and from its core bring it to fruition. This is your time to say no to everything that is not related to your Dharma. Practice Dharana and focus on what it is you came to this earth to do. Thank you so much, Virgo, for this reading. Until next time, namaste.